Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for all the comments and questions. Keep them coming in. Going to start today with this exhaust. I've been working on this exhaust for the past couple days. I've got it mocked up back to here. We've measured and sent dimensions to Rick's tanks for the gas tank, and we've got to wait for that to arrive before we go any further back. Some of this pipe is tack welded together so that it can be moved if need be, but I'm about 90% sure that this is where it's going to live from this point forward. This is 3-inch stainless bros pipe from here in town. In my opinion, the best pipe to weld with. Welds really nice, a lot better than other pipe I've tried. Generally, I've noticed that if the stainless pipe is polished, then it's going to be a lower quality and probably not weld as well. You can see we've got two MagnaFlow mufflers here angled to allow room for the drive shaft. This Roadster Shop chassis is so low to the ground that everything runs over the top of this crossbar here. So runs down through here. You can see I weld these little 1-inch tubes on the bottom of the frame to give myself a reference of where the exhaust needs to run. Those two little pieces right there just are tack welded to hold the exhaust nice and locked while everything's getting tack welded together. This is an example of a hard mount that's been tack welded onto the exhaust, but it looks like it's in the frame. This is how we mount all of our exhausts to the frames. So from there, we're going to go up into the engine bay. This is going to be a twin turbo car. This motor's large. It's a Godzilla, so it's a huge motor in this small, tiny, compact car. So it's going to be a challenge to get everything to fit in here. The toe box, the footwell is going to be a little more narrow than normal, but that's to be expected. It looks like since the last video, KDub's gotten these, what would you call that, KDub? Like just a shelf for your floor pan?
Yeah, I would just say just a little raised piece. So we ended up having to raise the floor up a hair just to help get some little extra clearance for the exhaust to run up over the rear end. So I just came up and pretty much extended the frame rail.
Yeah, it looks like you've got two pieces. Two mirror image pieces, a left and a right, that you welded together.
Yeah, so I just broke a flange and then shrink and stretch to match the shape of the rail, and just gives us a little extra room. And then I got something nice for my floor to sit on and weld to.
Yeah, it looks like you got this little wing made here, and then you got one over here on this side. And it looks like you've got your what would you call this? I guess just your trunk floor, right?
Yeah, just the trunk floor. Yeah, so I got that in there fitting and how I want it. So now I can go in and kind of start figuring out how I want to do the bead work in the floor. And I just got to figure that out. I'm gonna stay with my theme of just the double beads. I'm gonna keep that theme throughout the whole thing. So
it looks like you kind of just over here you've got your rails kind of dead ending into that cross member, kind of at this kind of angled down, and you did that to clear the mufflers.
Yeah, so I kept, since we were already came up in the back, and I figured I would just angle it down just to give just a little extra for these.
Yeah.
And it's not, I didn't want the floor to come and then just be
just a
break
off.
in it. Yeah, it just
looks
evens
cleaner
it out,
way.
looks cleaner, yeah.
And we had to do that because of the drive shaft coming back here in between the mufflers. We had to angle the mufflers down. If they would have been parallel with the ground, we wouldn't have any room for the drive shaft.
Yeah, it'd have been hitting something.
Yeah. And right now we're at full droop, right?
Yeah, it's at full droop right now.
So that so it's never going to be lower than that. So we know we're going to have enough clearance right now. The only thing it's going to do is go up.
It's
right?
going to go up,
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'll wait. We got the drive shaft ordered, so once that's here, we can throw that in, and then I'll be able to start planning out the other part of my floor, because then I'll be able to completely bottom the rear end out, and I'll know exactly how high the tunnel needs to be and all that stuff. Yeah, so the plan for the day is to get the trunk piece, finish the beads in it and everything, and then I can come in and I would like to start doing the piece that comes up and over.
Yeah.
And so I'll probably come to somewhere in this area, and then I'll do separate pieces once the drive shaft's in.
Is that in your way?
That one came out pretty good too.
That was good.
Grab one of the pieces. made it too sharp. Almost. Just add a little bit there.
Now, how are you going to transition from your hump into your trunk pan?
So I've been trying to brainstorm that. So I think when I make my actual piece, I'm gonna add onto this so I can have a flange across this.
If you're planning on finishing this off here, you're just going to plug weld it down to the frame. I guess that's the only thing you can do is plug weld it down.
So I'll come in and plug weld it to my piece here.
Yeah, and that piece there is what you extended up off the frame, right?
Yeah.
To clear our exhaust.
Yeah, so we need a little extra clearance for the exhaust. And also, we try to pre-plan as much as we can. And we're actually going to run the fuel lines and stuff up through the middle and run it down the trans tunnel.
Oh, okay.
So this also helps, gives me a little extra room for the lines to come over this. So we're not having to come under and then back up.
Well, you know, now in this video, we're not going to have anybody asking if anybody else is here except for us.
Yeah, there's more people here.
Yeah.
You can hear him. It's actually too long right now. The drive shaft's gonna hit it.
Yeah.
But
so what's up, everybody? We're back here with KDub looking at his progress on the 79 pace car, and as you can see, he's working too fast for me. I can't keep up with him. He's already got the floors mocked up, it looks like. He's got the center section over the rear end. That's done, isn't it? Pretty much.
yeah, it's done. It'll just I just need to pop holes to weld it.
And old Nick brought the, looks like we got the drive shaft, so you'll be able to mock that up today, huh?
Yeah, that'll be nice. I had our mock-up cardboard one in, so it'll be nice to have the actual one in there. It's kind of perfect timing, so.
Yeah, so you'll be able to keep on today.
Yep. Yeah, so I'll put beadwork in there, but I need to, once I get to that point, I need to put the seats in and double check, make sure I don't need to put any extra bracing in. I don't want to run a bead and then have to have a brace right where I end up putting a bead.
Yeah.
So I need to figure all that out, and then I can lay out the spots where I can do beads. So that's why it's just a flat piece right now.
And you fabricated that little, you had a little hoop in there, didn't you, earlier?
Yeah, I had a little, I'm trying to figure out
kind of how high
how we're gonna do the tunnel. So I just whipped the thing up real quick.
So that'll kind of give you an idea of how high it'll be.
Yeah.
I mean, it might change, right?
Yeah, so we're debating right now to keep, instead of the trans tunnel coming and having like a crazy transition, of just running it that height all the way back, but we're still kind of playing around with it, so.
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
Work in progress, yeah.
So where do you go from this point? You'll mock up the drive shaft and then probably try and start on your tunnel, or?
Yeah, so I'll put the drive shaft in, and then yesterday I was planning, this still needs a little tweaking, but.
Here comes the parts manager.
Parts, man.
I mean, merch manager.
Hey. I claim both titles. Oh, God, don't break nothing. There, it's right there. Okay.
You're the man.
So you joint straps.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
So you got this is kind of your preliminary idea for the top of the trans?
Yeah, so I threw it together real quick and kind of staying with the theme. We're not making anything, the tunnel's not going to be super round, so I'm kind of stay with that same kind of shape.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be nice and round, and it'll copy the, it'll copy this shape.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
don't touch that too much, it'll flash rust overnight.
yeah, I gotta clean it. You can see I already got spots on it.
It's
so
staying pretty clean though.
it's not bad. As Chad says, marinara hands. So you definitely can tell where you touch stuff.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year.
Now, are you thinking you're gonna just continue down with those 4 lines, or I mean, that's where you can kind of be creative, huh?
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna. I don't know if I'll exactly how I'm gonna do it since the tunnels. So the tunnel will be
Right around, kind of in there.
somewhere in here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of too close. So I might.
Oh yeah.
And then like maybe turn.
Oh okay, yeah.
So it kind of
cool.
looks like it.
Yeah.
Somewhat still flows together.
You know what's crazy is here probably we're the only ones that'll ever see this stuff.
Yeah, you won't. You'll if you get under the car, you'll be able to see all the beadwork. But
yeah. Well, that's what's so cool about the YouTube channel is we can show everybody all this work that's going into it that you wouldn't see if we weren't recording it right now.
Yeah, so it'll look cool from underneath if you ever get under there.
Yeah. Well, this thing's so
Which
low.
you're not gonna see unless it's on a lift or
Yeah,
something.
I was gonna say I don't know who could get under there.